Greetings, royal family. I'm back. You know, the late great poet Christopher Wallace once said, keep your family and business completely separated because money and blood don't mix. True words. True words, Christopher Wallace. If you haven't heard by now, Jess Hillarious and her sister are at odds over what we really don't know. But let's talk about it. Royal family, hope you had a bombastic weekend. Happy Monday. So let's get into it, royal family. So over the weekend, social media was abuzz because Lady of Rage, that is Jess Hilarious's sister's social media or Instagram name, she posted pictures and pretty much outed, I guess, the fact that Jess Hillarious did have a BBL, which is a Brazilian butt lift. If you've been following Jess Hillarious and Jess with the Mask, so on and so forth, and following her career, you know, sometimes she does get a little bit personal. She admitted to having breast implants. She did have her breasts done. And she stated that she did not have butt implants and it's all natural. She's on record as saying so. Well, her sister decided to out her for whatever reason. She posted pictures, the sister that is, posted pictures of Jess at like during her surgery or procedure. As a Brazilian butt lift, what I come to understand is like fat transfer. So you take fat from different areas of the body and it is injected, I guess, into the buttocks. And, you know, they massage and maneuver and plump up and all of that good stuff. So, I mean, is her butt fake? It's her body fat. I don't think it's fake. You tell me what you think, royal family. Now, what I find weird, among other things, who keeps their sisters, who keeps pictures of their friends, sisters, whatever, surgery procedure before and after or whatever in their phone? Like, why do you have pictures of your sister in a pretty much vulnerable state in your phone? Seems like you was holding down to that for ammunition, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. Tell me what you think, royal family. So Jess Hillarious decided to sever business ties with her sister by sending her a termination letter. And in the termination letter, it stated that her sister violated policies or her behavior, whatever. It's all online. You can go and look it up. And she also indicated, it was also indicated in the letter that they wanted the sister to sign a non-disclosure agreement. She had a future dated termination date, I guess as to keep her employed and paying her, but as of June, whatever it was, 13th, she would no longer be associated with Jessica Moore LLC, yada yada. All right, that's not unusual. Sometimes, you know, us as employees will give a 2 weeks notice, or if an employer is closing down, or if your contract is up, they'll give you a future dated termination date. That's not unusual. But what set Jess Hilarious's sister off, according to her, is the fact that she just wanted her to sign a non-disclosure agreement. All right, let me pause. I don't see anything wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, she's a business owner and she has to protect her assets. So if there wasn't any beef, why wouldn't you sign? Granted, the sister has every right to comply and to not comply. Totally her choice. But I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this by now. If not, you can definitely just go on YouTube, Google it, check it out. She posted screenshots of text messages, the sister. And, you know, the sister is saying that Jess is homophobic because they had a childhood friend, and the childhood friend came to the sister and said, you know, I don't think Jess supports, you know, the homosexual community. And the sister goes on to say, well, I support you. This is via text. And the childhood friend says, you know, your sister should really watch out because there's a lot of people out here ready and willing to do something to her. I guess that's like, you know, people who don't like her may see her, try to cause bodily harm. If I would have heard that from my childhood friend, the first thing that I would do is notify my sister. No, no, no. Jess's sister decides to call Jess's mother and let her know. See, got a problem with that too. I'm inserting my opinion a lot because I am very familiar with betrayal by your own blood. Trust me, that can be a whole separate video. That can be a series on my channel. So you mean to tell me that someone claims to have information that people are going to do something to me and you don't let me know? That right there is a huge red flag, because it's like almost as if, do you want to see something happen to Jess? They probably have tons of their own personal issues because they're sisters by the same father. They have different mothers. So we don't know what their childhood was like. We don't know if there's any animosity between, Jess's sister's mom and Jess's. We don't know any of that. However, and I don't think we need to know any of that. But what I don't understand is this. If you have a family disagreement, what happened to communication? I don't like a person, right, who decides to out someone and then decides to say things like, they've been very problematic. I've witnessed them do this. I've witnessed them do that. So if you are witnessing this, right, these problematic things that you're saying that Jess Hillarious has done, things that she said, and you basically are quiet, you're complicit. So it wasn't a problem when, when she was doing these so-called or alleged problematic things. You were right along with her. So why are you coming out now and trying to air out her so-called dirty laundry? Why are you coming out now trying to paint the picture as if Jess Hillarious is such a horrible person and you will talk to anyone who will listen? You're doing interviews with YouTubers. You're having people call you. You're reading text messages between the two of you. It just all is bad. And, Jess's sister can very well have valid points. I'm not trying to dismiss how she feels whatsoever. You know what I mean? Because she knows what she did or did not endure with her sister. But it is the way that you go about exposing her. Jess's sister admitted to the fact that she knew airing this information out or showing her surgery pictures and airing out her dirty laundry would hurt her. You are admitting that you are malicious. And it is because she terminated you. I mean, sweetie, yes, we know two wrongs don't make a right, but what is the benefit of this? You yourself have 3 kids. Jess Hillarious has a son. You understand what I'm trying to say? You guys share the same father. You don't think about the collateral damage with all of this. And so far, I haven't seen or heard that Jess Hillarious is saying anything, and I hope that she doesn't. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to her sister. Like I said, I don't know their history. My intent is not to make it seem like she's a horrible person. Her feelings are obviously hurt, and she has every right to be hurt for whatever it is that was done. However, I just want to know, what is the objective of you exposing the fact that she had a procedure done on her rear end? What does that mean? Does that mean that, oh my God, Jess Hillarious is terrible because she had a procedure, an enhancement done? Is that that's what that means? Why are you trying to paint the picture that she is so terrible? And that's just so wicked. Like, I always see things like this happen in my personal life with people, friends, and family that I know. And I oftentimes see this happen on social media with these, celebrities or public figures. And I always watch the person that comes out first and talks and spills tea and says, well, when we were here, I remember they were problematic here. I always pay attention to that person, and not always in a good way, because it's like you couldn't wait to get your story out. It was so bad that your first Instagram page was shut down and you had to start a second one. I just don't get I don't get it. Why not pick up the phone? Cuss each other out over the phone. I don't handle it in the street. I don't know, whatever. But why does it have to be taken to the public. And I'm saying that because you both are mothers. You yourself, Jess's sister is, or her older sister, you have 3 children. You oftentimes talked about how, in this interview or online, I have 3 kids, I'm struggling, I'm this, I'm that. And, ever since she got money, she started acting like she was better than. Sometimes, I'm telling you, people's jealousy can seep through their pores. Now, I'm not saying that she is jealous. I'm not saying that she's not jealous. I don't know. I'm just saying that people's jealousy can seep through their pores, and it just stinks, leaking from everywhere. What does her having money have to do with you? See, this is the problem with people. People think that they're entitled to somebody else's things and hard work. If Jess Hilarious decided not to give you a certain amount of money that you wanted, that is her choice. That's her choice. And Jay-Z made a good point when he said, do you think that I made all of this money and acquired all of this fame to stay the same? She's not going to be the same Jess that she was in high school. She has a lot more responsibilities now. She has a lot more money to manage. And I'm not trying to stick up for Jess and down the sister. I'm just pointing out some of the things that her sister said that was like red flags for me, man. Everything was circulated around. She knew that Jess Hilarious would get hurt. That's why she did these things. And everything circulated around her having money. Everything was about her having money. She had money. I asked her for this amount of money to pay my phone bill. And I told her, I do Uber. This is the sister. If I don't have a phone, I can't do Uber. Why is that Jess's responsibility? Of course, if you can help people, it's a good thing to do. But just because people are not obligated to help you. Like, that's the point that I'm making. And I feel like, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling that. Like, I'm not feeling this whole, you coming out. Why do you have pictures of her after her surgery laying on a procedure, laying on a table? Like, why do you have that? Like, why do you have that? Like, you were keeping that for ammunition? Like, what's really good, man? I will say this to the sister. You better be very careful, man. You better be very careful. You have 3 children. 3. You're a mother of 3. And you're doing all of this talking like it's cute, and all of this airing out and saying that, Jess you guys don't really know the real her and all of this other stuff. But people are looking at you and questioning you and saying, well, when she was being problematic, you were around her. So what does that say about you? That's 1. 2, you have kids. You have kids that did not ask to be born in this world. So they very well could be, like victims of your ignorance, your pain, your hurt. Another point is you were terminated from Jessica Moore LLC, right? You're currently not working. Do you think that this is a good characteristic for employers to see as far as you are concerned? I'm not saying that she's not going to ever get a job. I hope she does. She's a woman that has to support herself and has to support her family. And I am hoping that she definitely finds something lucrative and that she can prosper in whatever area of employment she seeks and obtains, right? But if I was an employer and I seen all of this, it wouldn't make me want to reach out and hire you with the quickness. Because if you can air out your sister, imagine what you would do as a representation of my company. See, sometimes, man, when we be so quick to try to get revenge on people because they hurt us, we're not even in a frame of mind where we're thinking logical. It's all hurt. And like I said, she's a human being. She has every right to be hurt. But sweetie, this is not looking good. You can say whatever you want to say about Jess Hilarious. You can't take away the fact that she's a hardworking woman out here. You can't take away the fact that she is on her grind and she is well deserving of the financial success that she's acquired. She worked for that. Nothing wasn't handed to her. She didn't get a handout, you know what I mean? And she worked. So I don't know, man. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that sisters are fighting. It happens. And this is a fight that I think that the world shouldn't have known about. But I'm just really curious to know what your objective was for keeping pictures and text messages in your phone and then airing them out to the public. And now any journalist or any social media journalist that reaches out to you, you're willing to talk and just, it's an embarrassment. I really feel for those kids, man, because I don't know how old they are, but well, school's out for the summer, I think, right? So it's not like they have to go to school and endure this, but it's just all bad. It's all bad, royal family. Tell me what you think. If you want to see the interview with Jess Hillarious' sister, the channel is For the Love of Juice. Juice is spelled Joose. You can just type it in YouTube. It's like for a 45-minute video, but For the Love of Juice actually had a phone conversation with Jess Hillarious' sister, and you can just see the angle. Hopefully, if you listen to it, you'll see the angle where I'm coming from. She was just talking and talking and talking, and it was just kind of like, what did Jess do to you for you to be so like just airing out her? I don't get it. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, man. And this is your blood. And I'm telling you, man, sometimes blood ain't no thicker than water. Ask me how I know. But royal family, I don't know. I want to hear what you guys, I want to see what you guys think about this. Check out For the Love of Juice, Joose. Check out her channel. She has the full interview. Let me know what you think. If you've seen interviews, if you heard about this, if you saw the Instagram post, let me know what you think, respectfully. We could disagree, perfectly fine, but as long as we do it respectfully. But I'm just not feeling this, man. And will they ever reunite after this? Who knows? Maybe, maybe, you know what I mean? They can. It would be great if they can forgive each other and they can both apologize for whatever wrongs the other felt that, has been done to them. Me personally, I would forgive, but you and I would never have the same relationship ever again. Never. And even if I don't get an apology, I would definitely forgive you after I've, sat with the fact that, my sister did this to me, or even if it wasn't my sister, anyone who I deem close, close enough to hire and handle my personal business. And yeah, I would forgive the person, but they wouldn't even be able to ride in my car. Real talk. Royal family, love one another as much as we can, because our days are numbered here on earth. So tell me what you think. Get down in the comments. Be sure to like this video if you like it. I love you for watching, and until next time, peace.